You a very interesting game called Dead by Daylight. And no, me and Melfix will do a review on the Friday the 13th game, just probably not anytime soon.
We can do it whenever we want.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so Melfix, what do you want to? So do you want to do that like in different categories of the game, like killers, like gameplay, killers, survivors, gameplay?
Oh, hang on.
Give us a second.
I know you sound so disappointed. Hang on.
We're having technical difficulties, kids.
It's very technical.
Hey, I already did mine. It wasn't very hard.
Junior.
Junior.
Hello.
Junior, hello.
Say hi.
Well, I guess he can help us with this then.
Junior.
Hello.
What is this in the second broadcast, right?
Okay, Junior, here we go. Okay, Junior, you're gonna help us with
Yes.
something.
But
Right now we are doing broadcasts, and you're gonna help us review Dead by Daylight.
I'm gonna help you with what?
Review Dead by Daylight.
Aw.
We're gonna be playing the game while we're reviewing it, so...
Wait, Mel, go ahead and you're dead by daylight.
We're together right
I
now.
know you are. No, yeah.
No, yeah.
Which one is it?
Okay, guys, since we're already starting this review, how about we start with playing as the survivors?
Yeah, I don't like playing killers. Or killers.
We're gonna do
Should I
that.
broadcast?
Well, you can, but there's gonna be 3 different broadcasts going right off the bat.
Oh, but then it's gonna be harder to find a game.
Okay, guys, we're gonna start with the survivors. So, Melfix, do you want to start us off with the survivors?
Yeah, I play 8. Yeah, luck. This game is not
He's a gambler, even though he's...
What kind of 3rd grade shit is this? It's the way you're talking. Like it helps so much whenever you do this.
My favorite character is Meg.
My favorite character is
And
Jake
I
Park.
just- Why? Because you want to be baseball?
I want to be. Well, I would be what's his name? I would want to be the David King, but every time I tell Melfix that's not his name, he keeps saying, "Oh, I say that's Stephen King," but then this bitch over here says, "No, it's David King."
I don't know what you're on about, man.
Okay, so we're just gonna start with the survivors. So
And every
Melfix,
character has specific. Every character or survivor has a specific perks.
that'll help it out in the
Spoiler.
gameplay of the game, and they have their own abilities that'll help them out in the long run. That can literally help them against the killers, like on generators. The main purpose of the game is that you have to fix 5 generators or 3, depending on if you're with a big group or just 2, and escape the killer. And you gotta get off the hooks. If he puts you on him, you gotta evade the killer, get through the exit. You have to open the exit, leave.
Also, when you're in the hook, do not attempt to escape because that makes you die quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of new players doing that.
Okay, at least we got a good teammate. He's the siege one. At least we got a good teammate.
So pretty much what we think should happen in these gameplays is what people think about this game is that, hey, it's just a rip-off of Friday the 13th. Well, you gotta think of
No,
something. Friday the
Friday-
13th is basically a rip-off of this game because Dead by Daylight came out 2 years
Came
before
out last
Friday
year.
the 13th did. It
Last
was on
year.
computer for 2 years. Friday the 13th is a good game, but this is a good game, so I can't really
No, Dead
choose
by
between
Daylight
which
is
ones I want
no.
to choose from.
Dead by Daylight is the best one. I got Dead by Daylight last year. I almost said yesterday.
Yeah, I think Dead by Daylight is really good. Uh, I was in love with Friday the 13th when it first
I
came
don't
out because
like it. I
I'm
don't
a
like
straight
Friday.
console player. So
I don't like Friday because you get killed easily by Jason, and with Dead by Daylight you could escape the killer easily, and it's funner to play in Dead by Daylight as a survivor.
But the one thing I'm gonna say about playing a survivor on this, at least on Friday the 13th, you could fight back.
Yeah, and the only thing that I don't like about this game is that people camp you. That's the only thing that I don't like. The
Yeah, it
other
makes
things
it
I do
kind of
like.
one-sided because it's pretty obvious if you're an experienced player. If you're experienced and you know how to play this game, you're pretty much gonna win. And if the killer's
I'm experienced.
experienced, you're pretty much screwed, depending on which killer it is. Like, there's
Oh, let
the
me think.
trapper, he
Oh,
can put traps
who's this?
anywhere. Huh.
I'm experienced and I know a lot about.
oh, he's on me.
It's the raid. Right.
Yeah, he's on me.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what you...
Whenever you hear that, oh, like that's the raid.
Or the bell.
Yeah, but
There's 8 different killers. We have the trapper who can put traps down, and he basically is Jason Voorhees of this game. You can't really just.
well, actually, Michael Myers is Jason Voorhees
No.
because
No,
he's
he's not.
Michael Myers in the tallest one.
No. Dude, just.
Oh, I see the raid.
Okay, this is what it is. The trapper has a mask and a machete. Come on.
Get you.
It's screaming Jason Voorhees. Come
He's
on.
on me. I'm just pulling the juice on him. Oh! Oh, I just stunned him here. Just to let you know, I'm a god at juicing at this game, but better on PC because you can move faster.
The one thing that
little.
let people, the one way you can fight back on this game is juking. We all have our good jukes of the time, but Junior likes to show off and say he's the king of juking, which
I
does
am.
sound like he's like a game board star.
No, I made a mistake on that one. Okay, this race seems like a new place. I'm probably wrong. I just stunned them again. But why did I hide in a locker? I'm so dumb. What if I escape from him? Oh my god. No. I just hide it in the locker in the asylum. No, I actually escaped. Oh, you guys are doing what? Can you guys come in the asylum? Do you hear me? Okay, I hit you. Oh,
Oh
no
shit.
wonder.
I got hit.
Mel, go in the asylum. Actually, there's a chest there. I just saw you die.
He like hit me through the pallet.
Please tell me where it.
Yeah, this is basically what the Wraith
I
looks
see the
like.
Dwight. Okay, so please give me a medic. Yes.
Alright, the Trapper is basically Jason Voorhees. The Wrath is basically Freddy Krueger. We also have the Doctor, which
No,
is basically
the
what.
Hag.
Shut
The
the
Hag.
fuck up. This is my
How did-
review. This is my review. Stop it. You're my guest star. Come on. We're gonna review a lot of games and movies together, so we better much just get used to it. He just turned
Can
invisible.
one of you guys heal me? Is he a camper?
He's standing around.
The Dwight just went to go crazy.
I'm about to get
Oh, I see.
murdered.
Yeah, he's a camper.
I'm about to get murdered.
Mel, where are you at?
Juke. He's chasing me because he knows I've already been on a hook. Yeah, the one weakness is if you've already been on a hook before, you're gonna be really weak. Like, let's say you get to the middle and you're struggling, then you get off. If you go back on the hook, you're gonna die. Go, Muffins! He's after you guys. Okay. Let's go on to the review about the killers. So, Junior, since you hate the killers so much, do you want to talk about the killers for us?
Junior.
Is he new to the party?
No, we just at both down. Can you guys come, you know?
Is that you're not talking? But why the fuck are you not talking? That's pretty much what this review's about. We're not gonna save you if you're not gonna talk. How you gonna save him if you're hurt? He's gonna come over here, he's gonna fucking destroy us. Okay, you go for that guy all the way on the left, I'll go for the guy on the I'll go for Junior.
Little.
You better start talking.
Oh, he's coming this way. He's coming this way. He's coming this way. Why are you taking the far way, Mel?
He's going over there to get that other guy.
I know, but he's literally running the far way. Oh, I see. I see the killer. Why is he a camper? Let him hit you.
No, he's going after
him.
you.
No, no, no. He lost me. No! Why did he look at that spot?
Oops.
Because he's gay.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Don't run away.
Ooh!
Do you? Sorry, I messed up.
Are you kidding me? Why did he go? This killer is. Why would he? Literally, he broke a pallet and then he walked behind the pallet, like he walked backwards. What the heck?
Junior, why are you being a bitch? Junior's being a really whitey bitch. Melfix, he was invisible. He really walked right by you.
Dude, he's not around, so...
He was right there. He just walked by. I saw him. He was invisible and everything. He just walked by.
Oh, I see him, I see him. He's not me.
I'm gonna work on a generator.
Oh my god, there's no...
I really need to know where some hatches are at, just in case. Oh, I see him. He's chasing after this guy, I don't know. I keep messing up on a generator because I was too focused on him. Okay guys, so the killers are basically what everybody on this game wants to play on, but it's pretty much what all the players play on when they start out just because they can feel powerful. Yeah, pretty obviously. should know this shit by now. Oh crap. Ha! Stunned the killer. There's a generator that's basically almost done that I was back there by me and he's chasing me, so I have to shoot this bitch. Getting pretty close to you. What the fuck are you? I pissed him off. I said, who the fuck? I'm like juking him around a rock. Ah, fuck. There's one I was almost done with. Someone's working on that one upstairs. There's one that's almost done, and I'm a hook. I'm on a hook! So, honestly, I'm gonna say Dead by Daylight deserves a 7 out of 10. There's some things about the game that really do mess with me. Like, sometimes the killers are really professional and a little bit unfair. Sometimes there's a lot of glitches and the lagging really does mess you up. You guys are being dicks. Why are you, none of you trying to save me? I'm about to die. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm about to die in a second, even though I'm still struggling. I'm about to fucking die. I'm about to die. It's all because of you. It's because someone ran by and I'm about to die. Oh shit. I don't know where the exits are. I'm trying. Ah! I'm about to die. I'm trying to juke him. I'm trying to juke him. I don't know where the fucking exit's at. Oh, I see an exit! Please! Oh, wait. Where'd that exit go? I thought I saw an exit. I don't know where any exits are. Oh, I'm so dead. He lost me, but... Jesus Christ, I don't know where any exits are.
Oh, hey, I see you. There you are.
I gotta go, guys, so I'm escape right now.
Okay.
See you guys.
Bye. Oh shit!
You still made it.
Yeah, but I almost lost.
Yeah, it was close.
So, the really thing what holds me from giving it an 8 or a 9 is the killers are sometimes overpowered, the lagging is what can really mess you up. I just see way too many bad things to really give it a better score. I see why you want me to give this really good ones, I just don't think I should.
Yeah. I can accept what you're saying, yeah. It's a good opinion, but... comparing the two, which I know a lot of people do, that's what I was...
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing another versus on the Friday the 13th versus Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
You know, we could just do that right now.
Yeah, we could. I mean, it's been a while since I played a lot of it, so... I'm pretty new to the small maps, though, because I sort of different than Dead by Daylight.
Okay, guys, so we're gonna do Dead by Daylight versus Friday the 13th. So one of us needs to be... Yes, one of us needs to be playing Dead by Daylight, and one of us needs to be playing Friday the 13th. Like, we need to pick a side right now to see, like, which side we should be on. So, Melfix, if you had to be...
Why don't we do both, like, together? Like, we'll do a little bit of Friday the 13th and then a little bit of,
So we have to be completely honest about which side we're on. So, Melfix, on your completely honest point, which game do you think's better, Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th the game? Okay.
I like the competitive nature of it, and I rate them a lot.
Okay. I have to go with Friday the 13th.
Yep.
Me and my dad have literally been waiting for a game like this. We've been waiting for either a Halloween game or a Friday the 13th game. People, half of the PlayStation 4 people that actually bought a PS4 play Friday the 13th and Dead by Daylight. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna go with each thing that they're very similar with. We're gonna go over killers, survivors, gameplay, the ways to escape, and then verdict.
Okay. That sounds good.
Okay, how about we start with killers?
Alright. Let's do it.
So Melfix, we're gonna start with you. With your killers of Dead by Daylight, which one do you think is better? Like, in your opinion, why do you think the killers of Dead by Daylight are better than Friday the 13th?
Well, the thing about Dead by Daylight is each killer has their own unique thing custom to them. And, I mean, there is like little unique things on how it makes you chase. It's not like the stuff or something that gets you like that. I mean, there's a unique little thing that each killer has.
Is that it? If I had to be completely honest about, so I have to talk about the killers on Friday the 13th, and at the end of the review, we'll talk about the others' game and why we think they're good, but they're not as good. The reason why I stand by Friday the 13th being better is because 3 words, Jason fucking Voorhees.
Yeah, he's pretty badass.
He has been around for over a decade, since like over 40 or 50 years, and then you have all these guys coming in, and Melfix, I'm not trying to be rude or anything. All your killers are basically some misfits. The only thing I see really standing in my way right now is Michael Myers.
Michael Myers is badass. And then plus they just added on Leatherface on PC, and it's going to be coming to console also. A lot of people are going to like that.
You don't really need these misfits to dismiss this dimwit. Most of these characters are pretty good. I like how they have their own stories, but really, let's see. You have the Trapper, which is basically a copy of Jason Voorhees. They basically kind of look the same. even the Trapper has overalls, just like Part 2 Jason. He's like a mixture between Part 3 and Part 2 Jason.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, pretty much.
The face of your game is a copy of Friday 13th's main killer.
Yeah, yeah, I can get behind that. Yeah, I see where it's coming from.
I see, like there's like 3 killers that I see that are complete fakers. I see Trapper, Wrath, and Hillbilly. Trapper's Jason Voorhees. The Wrath or the Hag are basically Freddy Krueger into two different killers, and the Hillbilly is freaking Leatherface, and you have him come in a couple months. Why the hell are you putting Leatherface in a game where you basically already have Leatherface?
Yeah, that I agree with you on. It's very weird since we already had a chainsaw killer when they basically I think the most fun scene from that killer.
You saw on you saw on the Facebook that they were literally arguing about which killer should be added, and I know that a lot of people on my review are going to be asking me questions right now. They were actually wanting to have Chucky added to this game.
I know. I heard the Chucky bit too. I thought it was really lame, honestly. Like, how are you gonna put Chucky in here? He's so short, so he's not gonna really be able to see anything. I mean, there was an interesting idea where he could just like duck under pallets, like he like duck under.
But
That
that would take so long to do.
yeah, I don't know. There's just no way I can see him fitting in really. And honestly, I'm not that scared of Chucky. In my opinion, he wasn't that great. I'm sorry if I offended anyone on that, but yeah, he just doesn't.
You know what? I'm gonna say it right now. Scream, the killer from Scream would be better than Chucky. He is more scary than Chucky. The only thing I see scary about Chucky is whenever he actually make a face with that stupid doll face. I'm not saying I hate Chucky. I think his movies were decent, and I thought he was pretty funny. He even made a reference to the Here's Johnny thing.
Yeah, that is pretty funny.
But the one killer I want to see a Dead by Daylight is Pennywise from It.
Oh yeah, he's really popular right now.
With his new movie, his original movie, and his book.
Yep.
And right now, he is pretty much the most famous killer. Well, I can't say of all time right now, because that's pretty much like overstepping it a little.
Yeah, I guess.
Michael, Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, Leatherface are pretty much very famous. This is what I think of whenever I think serial killers. Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, Pennywise, Leatherface, Scream, Chucky. The list goes on. The one thing that you know what they got with Freddy Krueger, right? That they tried with so many other killers, but they failed.
What's that?
The actor they got to play Freddy Krueger, fucking Robert Englund. He is funny as hell. What, you cannot get another guy like Freddy Krueger like that. Freddy Krueger, his main weapon was his mouth.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Yeah.
So we have to decide between Friday the 13th the game and the Dead by Daylight, what killers are better. Okay, this is what I think. Friday the 13th, you have a chance to fight back against Jason, and you can kill him, which does bring a big decrease on my side and really gives it to you, because you can't do anything against the killers on here.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
So, if I had to be completely honest, I will give the killer side to you. I can't really say much about it, but you have to admit, being able to kill Jason is a very hard thing to do, especially whenever one of us is Jason, because we actually know the steps for each other to do it. And pretty much the easiest thing for you to do is set bear traps all over the cabin to his house. So,
Yep. Yeah, it could be as easy as that. Depending on who's Jason. I mean, there's been people who have like set traps right outside just the windows. and I wait for him to come in, and I like juke around him sort of, and then I go out the front door. So that's another thing to think of if you're Jason. Front door.
So we're gonna give the killer side to Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, overall, yeah.
Now we're gonna go on to survivors. Okay, now this is pretty similar. It's to me it's a little too similar. The way that the survivors play as, the way they look, you can change their clothes. But the one thing they just added to the Friday the 13th game is now you can emote things. Like, you can emote on this game too, but they just added like a whole bunch of new stuff on Friday the 13th. Today.
Oh, it was today? Yeah, I seen that update. I wasn't sure what they added though. I know they were talking about those emotes. Yeah,
It's
cool.
basically, they're like in bikinis and bathing suits, which I don't really care for.
Oh yeah.
But they're gonna come out with the new Jason from part part 4. Jesus Christ, I can't talk today. So pretty much what the survivors are in these games are pretty similar. So
Okay.
what about you with survivors?
Well, I guess again with like the killers, they each have their own unique thing.
They're not killers, survivors.
Well, yeah, I mean like killers to survivors. Like each killer has their own unique thing. Survivors have their own unique thing.
Not really. Not really.
Has, like, he has like perks with the luck, and then Jake, he's more like survival based. Like he has his hooks or whatever. Meg runs really fast out.
Okay.
But when you go to Friday the 13th, though, it's sort of like the same thing. Like they do have individual stats like much stronger than or stealth, I feel like plays a big part in it also. It's pretty close, but in the end I'd have to decide where.
Let me say my side. Let me say my side first before you make your decision. Friday the 13th is a very, very interesting game with survivors. You could basically do whatever you want with them. You can make them say things you want. Fucking developers, Jesus. You can basically change their clothes. You have emotes, and you can even basically, they all have their own different things. You can literally make them say stuff. You can make them literally dress different. They all have their own special things. Like Tiffany is the popular girl. She's very fast, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, she's fast and she's really stealthy too. She's like 9 out of 10 stealth. So it's always good to run with Tiffany, I feel like. Especially if you're a little bit newer to the game. She's excellent.
So we also have Chad, the mama's boy, which is basically all about nothing. He's pretty much the worst character in the game.
Yeah, I actually haven't even played him, honestly.
Neither have I.
I really need to play him.
Now, the one thing you have to give me on this, which is why I'm really going to side with survivors on Friday the 13th, Tommy Jarvis.
What about him?
He's basically the most powerful character in Survivor and Dead by Daylight and Friday the 13th.
Yeah, he is good. And, yeah, he does have his perks on Friday the 13th. I'm just trying to think of him in a Dead by Daylight setting.
Dude, if Dead by Daylight, you cannot fight back at all. The survivors, you actually do have a chance to do something different. And you can actually find really very creative ways of escaping in different ways. You can fight back, you can literally do... You can get out of a car, you can get out of a boat. Or you could just wait and survive, but on this game, you literally have to get away or you're screwed. You can't do anything. So, I'm gonna have to give the Survivor side to Friday the 13th. Do you know why I say you should give this one to Friday the 13th? Because what happens if you're in a game and there's one guy who's literally hiding so far away from the exits, and he's not gonna do anything. He's just gonna sit there.
It really does depend on which player is playing. That's a big part of it.
But on Friday the 13th, you have a time limit, which does make it a lot faster and quicker. So, are you gonna agree with me? Ah! So am I. Or I am now. So, are you gonna agree with me, or are you gonna... It's the same thing over and over again. That's it. And you can kill the killer. On this game, you can't do anything to him. You can stun him. You can stun him, but that doesn't do anything. Which does nothing. And on Friday the 13th, you can attack him, you can kill him, you can piss him off, and you can literally do so many jukes in the book, it's not even funny. So I have to give this one to Friday the 13th. So it's 1-1. You won the killer side, and I won the survivor side. We have 3 more to go through, and then we'll see who wins. And that's another good reason. The reason why they added the small maps is because then people can't hide so far away from the killer. So, as much as we have to literally fight with each other on these arguments, but I have to give this one to Friday the 13th. Survivors. Okay, then let's go to gameplay. Okay, now Melfix, how about you go start with Dead by Daylight? So, what I have to say on gameplay-wise on Friday the 13th, and Dead by Daylight and Friday the 13th, they are very similar in many ways. Yeah, even my dad has to admit, which he's very obsessed with Friday the 13th, Dead by Daylight is a lot faster than Friday the 13th. It moves, its tone, it's pretty much faster than Dead by Friday the 13th. But So, with me on Friday the 13th, you say that you can prestige, and then that's pretty much what helps you in the game, right? Okay, guys, no thanks. We have to start playing Friday the 13th right now. My dad just said if you're level 99, you get a special reward when the game comes out. They don't know. On Friday the 13th, on October 13th, you'll get a special reward if you're level 99. They haven't said what it is yet. Well, my dad just said he's basically been following their website since the game came out on PS4. He's even had conversations with the creators, so don't hold stuff against him. Daddy's asking how you know. He said he's been talking to one of the admins. They're gonna what? They're gonna announce it on Facebook Live next week. And we don't really have that much time until that actually happens, so 2 weeks. From the day we have 2 weeks. And I kind of want to see what it is, because I bet you it'd probably be Jason X. So did I. Me and my dad are assuming it's going to be Jason X. Well, I kind of want to know now, so I might start playing it in a second just to be level 99. Yeah, I gotta level up a few things real quick.
Oh, okay.
I only gotta go 26 more levels and then I'm already there.
Alright,
Level 2. Yeah.